Um, there is no secret formula to boost ovulation. If you want to do it naturally, I mean, having a healthy diet, having a proper hormonal balance is probably the best to get the natural machinery of the ovary, FSH, follicle stimulating hormones, a hormone that stimulates the follicles to produce and grow, luteinizing hormone that helps in the release of the ovum. Having this natural hormonal cycle is probably the best in a balance. Is probably the best way to help for a healthy ovulation. Of course, there are ways to not natural ways to sort of, I wouldn't call it boost ovulation, but to induce ovulation with injections of like hormones to sort of release a bunch of ovums at the same time. But in general, it's best to have these hormonal cycles naturally, unaffected by hormonal medication or unaffected by other conditions, stress, certain food sensitivities, allergies, or other conditions could affect this natural hormone profile. For example, polycystic ovarian syndrome could cause the hormonal profile to be a little bit disrupted. That doesn't mean the ovulation will not happen. It will happen at some point, but it's just easier and more regular for it to happen when the hormonal profiles are in balance. So I would say having a healthy diet, having a healthy, the circadian rhythms influence our cellular machinery and our hormone producing machinery. So having a healthy sleep and awake cycles, it's very important also to keep a good hormonal balance. But beyond that, of course, you can always take supplements, vitamins, etc., to help this machinery go. But as I mentioned, there is no secret formula that this one will definitely boost your ovulation, or we have to define what boosting means. But basically, for me, boosting means having regular ovulation coming, at the right time. Whether it's a healthy ovum or not, that will depend on other conditions. So it's always important to check for these other factors that could be affecting it. But that's important. And also, like, after ovulation happens, that's not the end. So the ovum still has to travel down, has to be fecundated, and has to be implanted. So, for example, a lack of progesterone is one of the main causes for the ovum, fecundated ovum, not to implant. We also have, together with our FSH and LH test, progesterone test that can actually check whether the cycle was ovulatory. That means an ovule was really released, or anovulatory, an ovule was not released. And also the level of progesterone, which, if it's highly enough, then it's good for implantation. If it's low, maybe there should be a supplement so that implantation can happen. So this is something you can also test with the kit that we developed.